Have you ever felt like a misfit? In the movie SLC Punk, Steve-O, in his case, he did feel like a misfit. He grew up as a geek with his best friend Bob, and all he wanted to do was fit in. So he decided to be a punk. And in the movie SLC Punk, he lives this punk lifestyle. He dyes his hair blue. He goes through all of the changes, and he kind of has a midlife crisis. And he doesn't really know what he's going to do with his life. All he knows is that this life is a mess. He had this idea that the world was going to end and everything was horrible, and that's just not the case, right? This movie took place in the 80s, and we all know that the world did not end in the 80s. He had to figure something out, and he was just lost in this anarchy idea and lost in this idea of being a punk, right? So he went to parties, he would get into fights, he would do drugs, and that was the kind of lifestyle he lived. He didn't know anything better, but his dad, he wanted a whole other lifestyle for him. He wanted him to go off to Harvard. He wanted him to go be a lawyer, and he didn't want to do that. He knew that life was a mess, right? So it took a lot for him to realize that anarchy was not the best for him. It took the passing of his best friend, Bob, for him to realize that that lifestyle was not going to be fit for him. And eventually he came out and he went to Harvard and he became a lawyer in New York, and that works for him. But I love this movie. I love how it's a story of change, and I love how it shows how he became like a young kid, a young punk, into a fully fleshed adult. And this is my favorite movie, and I like the story of change.